They'll run it out of the shotgun. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. They really got it going the last few weeks, won their last 3, and maybe going to get a little bit of national attention.
Yeah, they had some bumps in the road early in the year, but this is...
There he goes! Big play in the running game, and they get him out of bounds right at the 50-yard line.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
The Nittany Lions just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. They'll fit right in.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Saunders. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give is to Smith. Pass to first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Martin. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers slipping down the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Finding open areas. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Tuggle. Still running at the 40. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Right back to the well. Breaks into the open. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Boilermakers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the 1st quarter. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Joyner. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Trying to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Purdue! Lining up for the PAT. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle, and Saunders. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Got it behind the line. It's Reynolds. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
And the Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. That'll bring him to within 4.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Do it himself. Picks up the first down, still moving. That's a live ball. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Turning it on. Touchdown, Penn State. The defense putting points on the board. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. To the air on 1st down. Pressure coming. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. The Boilermakers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Tungle. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Boilermakers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
If I'm building it all... Today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. But they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to power their way ahead. Touchdown, Boilermakers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make...
Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. On the move, it's Joyner. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays throwing.
Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
They'll send the back in motion. Grabbed behind the line. It's Tuggle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Boilermakers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. 3rd down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. He's brought down good pickup on the play, but not quite to the 15-yard line. That's where he had to get for the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Got a big sucker like that at quarterback. All he's got to do is lean forward, and he's going to get that 4th down. He just does a great job getting behind the offensive line, falling forward, and getting the big 4th down conversion.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Watt. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Caught behind the line. It's Joyner. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that. And the defense ran right through it.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Trying to get closer, and they knock it free. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover. The Nittany Lions are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yep.
Oh, he's got some space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Now it's a 1st down from the 43-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll try to do it himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. The Boilermakers moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Get it out on the screen. Finds a crease at the 20. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the 1st down.
The Boilermakers with the 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Tuggle. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. They'll immediately call timeout. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Big fella moving. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. Barrels ahead. That should be the final play of the 1st half. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Happy Valley has given us a fun 1st half. And talk about a 1st half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Beaver Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the 2nd half here. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the 1st half. I imagine we'll we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. You want to talk about a decision that could blow up in your face, going for it inside your own 40. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Under fire. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. And the Boilermakers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Tuggle. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Boilermakers are marching down the field. They go to the ground. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback on the keeper. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Boilermakers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. He'll pull it down and run. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Now, you got to read it quick, right? And he makes a quick decision, gets that thing out of his hand, but make sure your feet are set, and you still got to be accurate even though you're trying to get rid of that ball so fast.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw.
Touchdown, Purdue! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out. The 5-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's strong. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Nittany Lions will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. The sure hands. It's Saunders. There he goes. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the 1st.
Snagged in the middle. It's strong. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the 1st. They'll move the tight end. Off play action. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. Knocked down at the 43-yard line, and the interception has him set up in plus territory.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
They'll go to the toss. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I understand. That's just trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting them get outside, making the big tackle.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a miss.
It's 4th and 8 and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. To the air on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay.
Breaks into the open. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. How about the little toss out to the fullback to give him a touch?
And you said little toss because they're not trying to throw bombs to the fullback. This is a guy that's going to be more of a possession wide receiver. But if you can depend on him and he can catch the football consistently, you can get those little gains, those positive gains, and keep the defense in the off balance.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Going to swing it on second down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. The Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got an open field on the right.
A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
Quickly out to the tight end. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. The give to the back. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching. Teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game, you want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown! That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. Well, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the magic number for touchdowns.
Yeah, it's as easy as ABC. Goodness gracious. He's been getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. I might want to change something up or maybe focus on that guy that's getting the football a lot and scoring.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Ivy. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Now on the move. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Fires to the wideout. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And the Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Now on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. Under fire. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Trying to burn this defensive back. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They've been running it, but now the pass. Trying to escape. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. The quarterback tried to make something out of it with his legs, but instead, he turns the football over.
And this is what you like about the quarterback. You don't want to handcuff him. You want to give him the freedom and the flexibility to get outside and create. That's where he's brilliant. That's really the added element he brings this offense. They do need to reel him in with respect to the fundamentals and taking care of the football. Just has to do better moving forward.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He's got an open man. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game. And
oh, he's got some space. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Got it set up on the outside. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Purdue! The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11. And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the 4th. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Ivy. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Looking to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. Finds his man. It's Smith. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Saunders. At the 20, he's got space. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Penn State!
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road there.
They do, and they've shown you some good flash.